one.
Here we go.
All right, halftime. Where the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, the underdog, leads the number 4 ranked Miami Hurricanes 14-10. We got a good one brewing here in Atlanta. It's 4th time this season. Miami has trailed at halftime. They won the other 3. We'll see if they can do it again here before we get into a second half prediction for that, before we get into other second halves and the rest of the card tonight, before we get into your questions, concerns, comments. Obviously, I'm joined alongside the man, the myth, legend himself, Mr. Joey Knish. Producer extraordinaire Zach Phillips is with us. I'm merely Brad Powers. Let's pay some bills, though, because the reason we are doing this halftime show is we got a new sponsor this year. You might have heard of them, called FanDuel. And you can make every moment more this college football season with a win on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Love FanDuel. Obviously, they got lines up even for next week's MAC games. I was seeing, what was that, a couple days ago. I took a peek at a couple of them. They're first to market, whether it's sides, totals, FCS, you name it. A little late on the FCS, though, half the card today. So I got to shake my finger a little bit at that. That required me to wake up a little earlier this morning. Right now, all customers, though, can get a profit boost every single college football game day. That means you can pump up your gridiron winnings multiple times a week. Obviously, the big one tonight, basically a playoff game because it's an eliminator. The loser's out. Loser leaves town. That being Alabama, LSU. That would be the one that I'd look into as far as building up a parlay boost token, and you can use your bets on spreads, live bets, totals, so much more. Just visit FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. Download America's #1 sportsbook. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. Disclaimer: you must be 21 plus and present in select states, or 18 plus and present in DC. Opt-in required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg/help.com. Knish, what's happening, man? How was your Friday night?
You know what? We'll take brewing. The Friday night was brewing, baby. Outright. I thought we were going to blow that with all the red zone turnovers in the first half, but good Friday night. Nice results there. And our Yellow Jackets are fighting here. What do we think here on this first half? Because
yeah, they're fighting. We got a best bet on this game pre-flop. We took Georgia Tech plus 10.5. I think we're in obviously decent shape. They're winning at halftime. With that being said, I could tell you what I did. I probably made a bad bet. So what happened if you weren't watching the game and following the game flow? Georgia Tech goes down the field, scores. Miami hits a long pass play, ties it up. And then for the second series, Georgia Tech doesn't bring out Haynes King. They bring out the other guy. I'm like, well, is Haynes King hurt? Did he get banged up? Did he re-aggravate something? So I bet Miami live because I'm like, I don't know. Maybe Haynes King ain't going to play the rest of the game. So obviously, they've just been rotating quarterbacks. So I probably did a bad bet there, laying points with Miami after that. It was tied. But we got in the second half. You got over. You got Miami. That's kind of where I would lean.
I mean, if you gave me a flat 7 there, I would take Miami. It's mostly 7.5. It's kind of trending, flipping back and forth here. We'll keep an eye on that. At 7, it'd be Miami. I haven't seen enough from Philo there to feel good about him riding this home. And you think Georgia? I mean, the Tech defense has played great so far, considering what they've been up against. But I think both Tech's running backs, they're prime.
They're banged up. So if you're asking me, you got to make one bet for this second half, I would lean Miami.
Yeah, I think they probably do it again. But
when do we hammer this team? We've been waiting. Hopefully we win our pre-flop bet. This team's a fraud, in my opinion.
The defense definitely, and again, it's not. I'll get this is another thing. It feels like the play calling gets way too pass happy for Miami. And it's all, and we've said this a few times this year when Martinez, who I like, is running the ball. They don't do design runs for Cam Ward. Kind of like in a lot of cases, it's mostly all scrambles. I think part of that's because like he probably put it in his NIL deal. He doesn't want to get hit or you can't run me on that. Like I think there's more to bite, in this Miami offense, and maybe they don't want to pull it out of the bag in some cases, but it was just way too many passes for me in that half. When Martinez was running well, Ward gets his threat, and yeah, I didn't love the game plan there, but I think Georgia Tech's too beat up to kind of.
I agree. They're just too banged up. So I don't know if it's best bet material because we're going to root for our Georgia Tech play, but we lean Miami second half. How's that? Hopefully, needle there and have a Miami 8 to 10 point win when it's all said and done. Thread the needle. Let's get to the chat. Unless you got some comments on any other games going on. Ohio State was kind of lethargic early, but now they pulled ahead. Holy cow, Texas scored 3 touchdowns in the final 6 minutes. They're 35-0. I'm guessing Florida's going to end up regretting the statement that they made this week. Probably should have waited a couple weeks for that. I'm trying to think. Navy's killing South Florida. What a terrible bet by me there. Texas State's killing ULM. We don't have a lot of competitive games. I think Syracuse BC is probably the most competitive outside of our.
I thought BC was gonna run away with that one there, but a couple late QTDs, unfortunately, got him back in it. Castellanos, man, 2 for 7 in the first half with a pick. BC should be in a more comfortable position in that one. I'll say that.
What do you think of West Virginia Cincy? Did you catch any of that game? Cincy went down the field, scored right away. And we're driving again, and then an interception totally changed the whole complexion of that game.
No, that pick 6 was I regret. I thought our friend the Tad. Oh, don't worry, I got some West Virginia myself there. Thought that was looking bad, and then that pick 6. Ever since then, one-way traffic, and now West Virginia they're up, and it's kind of like okay, now we can lean on them type of thing. So yeah, I don't hate the spot there. Your boys. When I saw Liberty go down 7-0, I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't." Is he really is Salter's shoulder like? Is there something wrong? Like he's 1 for 3.
Something wrong with the whole outfit. He's got 100 yards rushing though already.
It just look even last week when you're looking at it, it's like he can't throw the ball right now. Like I don't know. I feel like there's something wrong. I don't know, but man,
something wrong with the whole team.
There is definitely something wrong.
Market bet them again this week.
Yeah, I saw that.
How about this market? What was that Iowa money yesterday? I don't get it.
You know what? So one of my guys was saying, UCLA, the health report didn't look that great. And then we had a guy in the stadium, and he said the other guy was taking some first-team reps, not Garbers, the other quarterback for UCLA, was taking some first-team reps and warm-ups.
All right, then that explains
I don't know.
But the way Garbers played, I mean, he played like he wasn't 100% early. I thought he was trying to throw the game. But man, they got their run game going. It's creative. They run really hard. Their defense is playing well. That's a good looking. That's a good looking Big Ten football team. The UCLA Bruins.
What a surprise. Also, someone tweeted this to me yesterday, so I'm glad I got to give him credit there to Victory Lap. But Iowa under 8.5 wins. This is the only show
in the chat. Finally, win total winner last night with the Iowa. We did give out under 8.5. Holy shit, that was really good
on this show. Yes,
I didn't even get that personally. I think I bet under 8. I still need another loss.
No, because there was a lot of over steam on that win total.
Yeah, now they're banged up. Sullivan's got an ankle injury. I think they got a bye next week, though, so that should probably help him. But don't have easy games down the stretch. So I think they're not done losing, the Hawkeyes. We said they were overrated, to say the least. So that was a good one because that was very contrarian. You don't normally go contrarian on win total. It's usually just one-way action all summer. Let's get to the chat. I was told by Zach, who's got a hot date tonight, that we got to keep this this can't go 40 minutes like it has the last couple of weeks. Stephen Robinson.
Don't put that on me, because when the chat ghat mad that this is short, I'm gonna hear about it, and I did not say that. Normally, you guys can say whatever, not that one, because I'll hear from the chat about that.
Fair enough. I was teasing. He does have a Leafs show tonight, though. Steven Robinson, thoughts on Penn State minus 12. Are there any just for fun first touchdown bets you like in Georgia, Miss or Bama LSU? Man, I don't do. Do you do the first touchdown bets? I don't.
Not in the college. Like I mean, if there's like a one-off bowl games, that's when you can comb
Yeah,
through
that's a
them.
good point.
But usually on the week-to-week basis, it's just one of those things, Stevie, that like it's too far down the list of things to get to.
Penn State minus 12. I think it's worth a bet. I don't
agree.
know best bet, but I don't mind Penn State.
No, I agree. I lean that way as well.
Yeah. Eat that in the chat. North Texas plus 6.5. Ooh, I look like an idiot there. NC State minus 3.5. I can't lay 3.5 with NC State. I still like North Texas, even though it looks like Daly's going to play. That was stunning. I woke up this morning, the line was 2.5. And then the Thamel thing broke. I guess, I'd get mad at my sources, but in theory, they were correct. They said he hadn't practiced. I gave it out on Thursday. And he hadn't practiced at that point. He only did a walkthrough Thursday. And I guess he practiced yesterday, but I don't think he's 100%. I like North Texas.
I can't believe him being 100% either. So I would still lean that way as well. If you didn't go in on North Texas early, I think it's a good opportunity to go in now.
Yeah. Are we best betting it? We don't have a best bet on it.
Yeah. You want to do the 6.5?
Yeah. Is that the best price? I was waiting to see if it would go higher. It'll look like an idiot with negative CLV.
Yeah.
Plus 6.5 minus 105. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Boom. Best bet, North Texas. I honestly, it's part of I'm not saying it because it's on your parlay, just for shits and giggles. I think North Texas wins this game. We'll see. I just don't think he's healthy. There was a foot injury.
I feel like we'll know very early on Daly.
Might even know here in about an hour, I would say 30, 40 minutes before kickoff. I'm sure there'll be some people there that'll get a good idea. I don't know if that story or that line's done moving yet. I'm just being honest. Because, I mean, I was told emphatically from a couple different sources that it was very likely he wasn't going to play. So, I mean, that was a stunner this morning. I was pretty pissed. And then you texted me. I was like, this does not look good. Zach in the chat, Bowman, any help on Ole Miss injury report? I really want to take Ole Miss. I'll tell you the help you need is to find Lane Kiffin. I'm guessing. Here's the guess. It's not as bad as he's making it out to be.
Yeah.
So I would quite a few of those guys to play.
Would almost guarantee. But now the problem is that like every key offensive player they have is on that report. It looked like Parrish was one of the ones that actually isn't going to go. Wide receiver wise, my guess is they both give it a shot. The market obviously doesn't think that any of these injuries are real because Ole Miss, was down to pick in some places.
Yeah, they were. That was
so,
stunning.
Yeah, that's one I think Lane's just gaming it. If you haven't played Ole Miss, though, I would not play it now.
Agree. What about total? It's going to be rainy. Looks like.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, I took 10
Did you
on
play
that.
any totals today because of the weather? I didn't really jump in too much.
No, nothing.
Man, I feel, what's sad? I think like weather totals are almost done. Like, that's crazy to me. You told me that 5 years ago. I'm like, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, it's totally different now with the whole like lightning strike, or we're going to move the game time, to avoid it. So,
and then you don't know. Times.
Yeah, like that. You don't know if the game time's getting moved until like the day before. So, yeah, I agree. And it has to be like the perfect, like really windy, not much precipitation, type of thing. So
that's what we need. We need like 25-mile-an-hour wind and nothing else.
Yeah.
And when does that happen? Not much.
Right.
Back to the chat. Austin, great play by franchise last night with the New Mexico running back. How about them Lobos? Another win for them. Any more props for tonight?
Oh,
we gave out Donovan Edwards.
That moved and we didn't even best bet it because it had moved so much.
What did he run for? Like 180?
Yeah,
and then the quarterback ran for 120.
Yeah.
Did you see that field last night? That was a joke.
Yeah.
Like they're playing at Sandbox. Remind me of them games you used to I'm aging myself. When the NFL games used to play in the baseball parks and the diamond was still out there. Do you remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Oakland, the Coliseum, baby.
Yeah,
with the Raiders in there.
Yeah. That's how bad that field was last night in San Diego. Does he have any others? I mean, we got Donovan Edwards as a prop.
Well, yeah, Edwards was in. Let me see if there was any added.
We love franchise on the show. We
I
big,
know.
big.
No, I think the ones we added this morning all kicked off at the noon slate. So
There you go. Look at Zach. Zach's the best. Yeah,
pulling it up right there.
yeah. It was
I-
honest. I'm not exaggerating. It wasn't much different last night. So that's why
honest.
Zach's the best.
It's like in 2024, that is insane to think about. Like they actually played on
In
that.
San Diego. I
Right.
just can't grow grass in San Diego. Get the hell out of here. Derek Davenport in the chat. Brad, can I get your thoughts? Well, how about the Knish is here too? Thoughts on TCU, Oklahoma State, and Colorado, Texas Tech? Forced leans both games. What do you like? I don't really like anything on the TCU Oklahoma State game. I don't trust either team. I guess if forced leaned, where's that at now? If it's 10.5, I'd lean. I'd take the hook with the Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I agree.
So it is 10.5. That's the forced lean there. Colorado, we gave it out as the best bet. I like the team total over. It's probably my favorite play of the day outside of North Texas.
Yeah, I love that play. Some Kanishi moles also loved that play. I know BP loved that play. There's still 34.5, some decent price 34.5 around. Yeah,
Colorado 12 points. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean
that's if you're watching live over 34.5 minus 114, beautiful.
Yep.
2 thumbs up. I'll make the comment after this wins, but those have been very kind to old BP this year, the team totals. Bailey 314, passing yards, Milrow over 237, Nussmeier over 304. Like or not, did franchise have anything on those?
No. I saw one of my other guys had Milrow. Let me see what he said.
I could see Milrow rush under yards under for contrarian.
I don't want to misspeak on him here. It was Greg, our former guy, Greg, who had the one where it was looking good and got hurt earlier in the year.
Yeah. The Wisconsin game.
Yeah. Yes. Let me find enough. I'll find and get back to it here.
All right. We'll move on. We'll get back to that. Jack in the chat. Why is Sorsby awful? Is Cincinnati live to win? I don't know, man. I mean, certainly I wouldn't be surprised if they came back, but I don't know. They've been pretty dominated since that pick 6, haven't they? Just one very one-sided. Momentum's real in college football. I haven't paid attention enough to know.
I mean, there's
up to 50 already.
They're winning the total yardage battle. It's like 2 and the first downs and all that stuff. So they've been better, but I mean, if West Virginia scores on this drive here, as you're saying, they're in a tough spot. So
they're not the team that screams, can rally from, especially if West Virginia's running. So yeah, I'm rooting for Tent and the guys at my other pod to win that one. Johnny Bravo, yeah, USF's getting cooked. That's a loss for me. We didn't give it out. Thankfully, you did not like it on this show, so good job by you. That's Knish.
I will say I'm
surprised South Florida hasn't scored. I'm not surprised Navy's scoring.
Like if you would have told me they didn't cover the 3. Sure, the fact that they have a goose egg in the first half versus Navy defense is,
pathetic. It is what it is. Bart 13 is Diego Pavia deceased. 6.5 feels a bit high. I'm part of the South Carolina money.
Yeah,
I regret not giving it out. It sat there. It was midweek. I mean, I'm talking Wednesday. It was still like 3.5. I think it was 3 minus 120. I'm an idiot for not giving that out. Yeah, I don't think he's healthy. I think he's going to play, but I don't think if you watch last week's game, I know they won outright, but he was not healthy. It was by far their worst performance of the season.
Yeah, like a miracle they won last week. And that has to listen. Great story, great season. They're bowl eligible already. I kind of think they get buried today.
We got a bunch of super chats. Look at me. I wasn't even scrolling down at the end. High value conversations, $1.99. That should get us a McChicken. At least it used to. Is this the day the Canes go down, my guys?
I don't think so.
No, I mean, they're just starting the second half. If you're asking me right now and you want to clip it up, I think they win this game. So.
Yep, I agree.
Georgia Tech banged up. If Georgia Tech was healthy, I would say different. And
top 2 running backs, top 2 quarterbacks are hurt.
I think they're listening to old Joey Knish at halftime because they just ran the football in the first play of the second half for a first down. There you go. Daniel Sadie, hopefully I'm saying that right. It's a new member. We appreciate you, Daniel. Little Jeff Sony, 199, Maryland, Oregon.
I gotta
Ted
tell you,
likes Maryland. Current price, I lean Oregon.
I like that Maryland play. I do.
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah.
What's it
Yeah,
at
I
now?
like his you know what? What's the current? We
23
don't have
and
a
a half.
head to
Let's
head
go
this
head to
week.
head.
Yeah. We don't
Go
have
head to
one.
head. No,
And,
I hear you're going to tell me Tez Johnson impacts the offense. I hear you and stuff like that. But let's go head to head there.
Yeah.
Another run, 3 straight runs for Miami. They
Sometimes,
obviously were
folks,
watching hit the books here.
the easy game.
Went to the,
Plugged into the headset here. That's when I said Miami 7.5 live. I made the call to run the effing ball.
Daryl Winningham, another $1.99. We appreciate these add up, these $1.99s. North Texas, Kennesaw State moneyline parlay. We like North Texas. Kennesaw State, what's the news there? It looks like is the UTEP quarterback going to play?
It got hit UTEP got hit this morning.
Yeah.
So my guess is somebody thinks he's in. But that's one of those that you won't know. Game kicks off in about 2 hours. So I still think it's worth a sprinkle there, Daryl.
You can't. They ran it again, man. They've run it every single play of the second half. You can't lay points with this UTEP offense. I don't care who's in at quarterback.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Kennesaw. So
Kennesaw showing some life the last couple weeks against better teams in the Conference USA. So they should be confident. Paul in the chat, Mississippi State plus 25.5. I certainly lean that way. Can't lay points with this Tennessee offense.
I know, and that's I am surprised that it stuck out there all day, and then a little bit, it's even faded out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what is with that. I mean, I know both teams play tempo, but I've seen Mississippi State play better teams in the SEC close.
Man, it's 26s around too.
Yeah, best bet in or no?
You want to lock it in? Put our money where our mouth is here. I haven't even. I was waiting on this one too to actually put the money down. So
I can tell you this: I haven't bet it yet, but I'm going to. If I saw that on Sunday, that's a bet.
Yeah,
I just been like bet. I wouldn't even thought twice about it. I was like bet, just as I'm scrolling down. So let's best bet it.
All right.
Let's get some action. We need some action. We need to reward the people that are watching. They're probably like, these guys look like they're, drugged. Looks like they took some sleeping medication. West Virginia just scored 24-7.
Oh boy,
oof, that's rough on Satterfield. That'd be a nice win for West Virginia. I know they're not happy with Neil Brown this year, but I think they've only been favored in 2 games. Come on, I'm playing a tough schedule. David, we already talked about Kennesaw, Syracuse plus 1.5 second half. I think we're a little late on that. That already kick off. I lean BC in the game. Yeah, I haven't watched it, so I can't say that with a lot of confidence. Buckeyes got a lot of empty seats. It looks like. Oof.
Yeah.
What is with you Big Ten people not going to games anymore?
I thought BC was going to run away with it, and then a couple of Q's touchdowns there. And as we said, Castellanos has not played well in this one, so it's not as. I'm on BC pre-flop, but
all right. So it's not a slam dunk. I'm going to lose another win total with Syracuse. God damn. I'm not going to bet win totals. I mean, you're literally going to have to call some people to pick me up if I don't pay you. I mean, it's going to be a chunk of money. I mean, you're going to be like that Family Guy. Where's my money? Beat me up like Stewie did to Brian. Derek Davenport, fellas, I'm a Tech alum, and I'm telling y'all, Jones is effing lit today. I think Tech wins outright. All right. I don't know. Minnesota scored a touchdown. They're up now. Brett Ford, is North Texas still a live money line? Yeah, I think it still is. Otherwise, I'm gonna tell you what. You want to talk about somebody getting hurt on social media? It's gonna be me in that game because I went on every show and said that's gonna be good. Charles Saul, thoughts on Clemson, Virginia Tech with Jones and Tootin trending in? Did you bet that?
I did not. I gotta be honest with you. I don't want really. Well, not one. I wouldn't play the number now that it's steamed. I don't love playing a cup, especially. I don't think Tootin's 100% at all.
I got nothing.
No, I mean, to be honest with you, gun to my head, I'd probably lean the other way now at this number.
What's that, Clemson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't got it.
I don't know what their frame of mind is. That was really bad. I rewatched that game. That was really bad last week against Louisville. Wasn't even as close as the final. Texas scored again. 42-0. They're going to put a 50-some spot on this one. Man, I regret not giving that out. I should have. I just didn't know when to time it right with the news on Lagway.
Right.
Cincy handing West Virginia this game. Yeah, but I mean, I hear you. That pick six totally changed it. Army rushing for 400 plus with Daly. We'll see. I know that North Texas is bad.
Yeah.
I think North Texas offense is going to put one on Army's defense. They haven't played anybody. Gators team total over 6.5. Lean that way, but it's not looking great so far. Kyle in the chat, thoughts on ND if it hits 24. Still like LSU at +3. I still like LSU at +3. That go back? They fade in the tout service again.
I think it's mostly juice 2.5.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No, Notre Dame. It's just I don't know if there's going to be enough possessions there, and I think it really comes down to if Florida State turns it over a couple times or not. Liberty relegation. That's funny. By no pick six. Virginia Tech. We hit that one. Thamelgate. What did he do today? Thamel.
Well, I don't think he's the one. I think he's on the
Daily.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to call my shot. I don't know if like I said, I don't know if that's done yet. So there you go. Cox team total. I didn't bet that one. I'm just more on South Carolina. I mean, it's tough going over South Carolina team total against this Vanderbilt defense. I mean, they're pretty sound. It's more the South Carolina defense really getting after Vanderbilt, that front, and especially if Pavia is not mobile. You got anything else, man? I know this was low key. Are we missing anything here? We got at least 10 best bets on the day. I said on Monday that it might be a little lower volume this week.
I was going to say can't have especially this late in the season. Even though we went ham last
13-2 last week.
Yeah.
All right, let's just recap it then.
You got an FCS play for the people? That's
okay. FCS.
What's the afternoon slate look like here in the FCS here?
Let me look. Let's scroll down and see how much they moved. I did bet. Did you bet quite a bit in the FCS? I did actually.
Yeah, actually more than the last few weeks for sure.
I think some of it was probably first to bet them because then they, put them up late. Stuff that. Oof.
And a lot of folks on the college basketball.
All right, let me look. A lot of games have already.
Yeah, it was a heavy early slate.
Yeah, it was.
In the window today.
Idaho got bet. I don't mind UC Davis against Montana. So lean that way. I see it's taking money right now. If you can find a 7, that'd be a great bet. There's still, I see a couple out there on UC Davis. That's late night. This other stuff's moved big time. Tennessee State, where's that one at? I bet that. This is just compelling second half show. My goodness. This is just, great stuff, guys. I just start calling me grandpa. I can't even find the game. Butler. No, a lot. I'll tell you why I can't find the game. A lot of Tennessee State just kicked off.
There you go.
Yeah. I thought, oh my God, I'm like dying here.
Yeah, I was going to honestly
almost everything that I have bet already is kicked off already. I mean, I'm just looking at it. Looks like 80% of the games have already kicked off. So unfortunately, best bet left on the board would be UC Davis. I know it's not great to bet against Montana when they're on their home field, but I don't like this Montana team. So 7's available. Not one of my favorite bets I made today, though. Yeah. I can tell you that. So I don't know if it's I went best. Did you lock that in, Zach? Don't best bet that.
No, not locked in.
Okay, good. Michigan update. What we feeling? We're closing in on the big one.
I mean, gun to my head, I'm taking the 14.5.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I haven't bet it. Well, I did bet it in the summer. Basically, Michigan 14.5. The other way. Yeah, gun to head I'd take the hook. I think it'll be a close game. I got nothing else, man. I think that's it. I said 20 minutes, I guess 30. Well, we'll meet halfway. Let's recap best bets.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech, we're still holding on.
Yeah.
We're okay. Got some UAB, CLV there. Edwards, player prop. Just need one big run there. North Texas, no CLV. We thought we'd have a ton. But we just gave that out. Never mind. We just gave that out. I thought I would have it, and I didn't. San Jose State +3, 0.0. Blutarski's GPA there as far as CLV. Kansas, a lot of CLV. Team total, love it. Probably my favorite play on the board. Mississippi State, we just gave out on today's show, +25.5. Tough laying 25.5 points when your offense in SEC plays averaging 23. LSU, we gave out a couple weeks ago. That's looking good as far as CLV. Oklahoma, I mean, that's all Knish. He's the star of the show there. Look at that. 13.9%. That's why you watch the show, folks.
That's why
you watch Monday, Friday, today, right there. You watch it for that guy right there, Knish. And Utah, +4.5. I got nothing. Man, that's it. Sorry it was somber. I'm not like depressed or anything. We're doing well. We got a win already. We're, winning the game that we're currently watching, and they got the ball back. But let's try to replicate last week, man. Or at least just have a winning week. Let's just start stacking them here.
Stacking them.
Not the season.
BC tied up. There we go. So,
all right. Well, for the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, for producer extraordinaire Zach Phillips, for the stars of the show, that'd be you guys, the listeners, the commenters, the likes. We appreciate you guys. That'll do it. You just watched the halftime special of Miami, Georgia Tech. Hit the books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel. We'll see you Monday at 5.